Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter R. Kelly is facing trials in 3 states in both federal and state court. Kelly is accused of having sex with underage girls and, in the New York federal case, of giving a girl herpes without telling her about his infection. In 2008, Kelly was found not guilty in a child pornography case. The latest charges surfaced following the Lifetime documentary series Surviving R. Kelly, which featured alleged victims' stories of manipulation and abuse at the hands of Kelly.
I was a little girl in like a bad man's world. I never really recovered from it.
The New York federal case is set to go first and involves 5 victims and charges related to sex trafficking and racketeering. The herpes allegation is expected to be part of the jury selection process. A proposed questionnaire from the defense has this question included. Have you, a family member, a close friend, or spouse or partner ever had a sexually transmitted disease? It's a question the defense wants in. Prosecutors are objecting, saying the question, among other reasons, is, quote, unnecessarily intrusive. Mike Leonard represents Robert Kelly.
There's going to be a whole panoply of evidence presented by the state about Mr. Kelly, about his health condition, about whether he allegedly transmitted an STD to somebody else, whether they knew that he had an STD. So clearly, it's evidence that the government's going to rely upon in its case in chief. So it would make obvious sense to ask the jurors questions about their familiarity with it, whether they've experienced themselves, whether they've been a victim of that type of STD, et cetera, et cetera. So to us, it's a no-brainer.
R. Kelly has consistently denied any wrongdoing, saying any relationships were consensual and the girls were all of the age of consent. He lost his composure during a 2019 interview with Gayle King on CBS This Morning.
I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this. I gave out 30 years of my career.
Robert.
30 years of my career.
Right now, you're obviously getting a one-sided take on R. Kelly. You're getting snippets of video that are produced and packaged in a way to make him the worst possible. And you got to remember, we're talking about allegations that in some instances are 20 to 25 years ago by persons who have already testified and or given statements under oath saying something that's absolutely contrary to what they're saying today.
Another obstacle for the defense is the fact that R. Kelly can't read.
Somewhat attuned to a case when you need an interpreter because your client doesn't speak the language.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly.
R. Kelly's illiteracy has not stopped him from churning out hit songs or even authoring his autobiography, Solar Coaster. But it is a disadvantage, claims his defense team, because he can't go through depositions or other discovery on his own.
All right, prosecutors in the federal case are accusing R. Kelly of running a criminal enterprise. Let me put up on the screen so you can see exactly what they're saying he's doing here. They're saying the purposes of the enterprise were to promote R. Kelly's music and the R. Kelly brand, to recruit women and girls to engage in illegal sexual activity with Kelly, and to produce pornography, including child pornography. By promoting R. Kelly's music and the R. Kelly brand, the members of the enterprise expected to receive financial opportunities and personal benefits, including increased power and status within the enterprise. In connection with the enterprise, Kelly and other members of the enterprise traveled throughout the United States and abroad to perform at concert venues, to promote the R. Kelly brand, and to recruit women and girls to engage in illegal sexual activity with Kelly. I want to bring in a special guest tonight, joining us from Atlanta, Georgia, a great attorney. He's representing several of R. Kelly's accusers. Gerald Griggs is with us. Gerald, great to see you.
Good to see you too, Vinny. How you doing?
Okay, let's start with this notion, this criminal enterprise. What are your thoughts about the allegations that R. Kelly, his music, his traveling, his brand was all a criminal enterprise to recruit all these women and underage girls?
I think that the government has sufficient evidence. They've proven they have sufficient evidence to a probable cause standard to believe that there was a RICO conspiracy happening. And I believe once the trial starts, they will present the actual evidence that will prove beyond a reasonable doubt there was a RICO conspiracy. You have a lot of people that enabled the behavior, the predatory behavior that's accused in the indictment. And I think that the government has sufficient evidence to prove it.
Gerald, explain to me how you think this may be different than any other R&B star or rock star, right? They travel the world, they produce music, and many of them, you know, recruit women, whether it's their, you know, someone that works on their staff, they spot someone in the crowd or let someone in backstage. How is what is alleged here different than what many rock stars and R&B stars around the world do every day?
Well, what's different is this particular enterprise recruited young girls, many of them underage, and moved them across state lines in violation of the Mann Act. And then there was an organization that was facilitating this illicit behavior. So I think it is sufficiently different. I think that's why he's facing charges not only in that jurisdiction, but 2 other jurisdictions for similar behavior. So I think it's slightly different. I think it violates federal law, and I think a federal grand jury agreed and brought the indictment. So I think that's why it's different.
And this is a case, and I think that was impacted greatly by the Surviving R. Kelly documentary, which millions of people watched. Afterwards, there was an uproar, and the public was wondering, we just watched this, why is nothing happening? And then things started to happen. What do you see as the connection between the documentary and what is happening now in the cases against R. Kelly?
I think the connection is the continued pressure that the survivors and the families continue to exert. Surviving R. Kelly was just the beginning, the tip of the iceberg. There were actually 2 other documentaries before that one, and you had several families that were reaching out to law enforcement, that were in connection with law enforcement, providing evidence. And then ultimately, when the public saw the tip of the iceberg, they started demanding accountability, and the evidence came forward, and the government, both on the state level and the federal level, decided to act and presented the evidence to a grand jury.
Gerald Griggs, attorney for several of the accusers in the case, and I appreciate your time and your insight, and I hope you'll come back as we continue to cover this and other stories.
Definitely. I'll definitely come back and look forward to the trial.
Thanks so much.